This afternoon, we're on the Central Coast. We're at Judkins Middle School, home of the Panthers. And today we've got Xavier. And are you in 7th or 8th grade?
7th.
7th grade?
Yes.
Pretty easy so far in middle school?
Pretty much.
Pretty much? What's the best thing about middle school so far?
Probably a bunch of teachers because you get to know more people.
So you don't have the same teacher all the time?
Yes.
Right, you get to, and you know what? The teachers love that too. Why don't you grab a marker? That way they can see a lot more students. Let's leave it that way, all right? Here we go. Are you familiar with the tax man?
No.
Well, you shouldn't be because you're only in 7th grade right now.
Yeah.
But when you go out, you go out and you buy things right now, right? As a student, a child, you go out and you buy things, and you understand that there is tax that you have to pay when you buy something.
Yes.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to write down a couple of items that you're going to buy, and then we're going to add some tax to it and find out what the total is. You buy 2 shirts for a total of $19. A 3-pack of socks for $7.95. And a pair of shoes for $49.95. Two shirts for $19. Do you think that's a good deal?
Not really.
What would you pay for one shirt? Because here it's $9.50 a shirt. So what do you think you'd pay for a t-shirt?
For a t-shirt, I would usually pay $5 probably.
$5? I like you thinking $5. 3 pairs of socks for $7.95. What do you think of that?
Not really a good deal.
Not really a good deal? What would you pay for 3 pairs of socks?
Probably $4.
Probably $4. A pair of shoes for $49.95. I can only imagine what you would say at this one.
No, but unless it depends on your shoe size and the material, and yeah.
Excellent thinking. Now your shoe size and my shoe size would be a little bit different.
Yes.
Do you think your shoes, how much did you pay for your shoes? Do you remember?
Probably around 60.
Probably around 60. So $49.95 wouldn't be a bad deal, right?
Yeah.
Let's add those all up.
Okay, so 19, and you have to put a decimal and 2 zeros because when you're adding, you have to have a decimal, so because you have to line it down.
Perfect. So you have $26.95.
Yes.
Is that the grand total for all of the items that we've purchased?
No.
What else do we need to do?
You need to add the $49.95.
Let's go ahead and add that.
$76.90.
$76.90. And you've got 2 shirts, 3 pairs of socks, and a pair of shoes.
Yes.
Nice looking shoes, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any idea what the tax rate is here in your town?
No.
For sake of, we'll follow along with the problem that they've given us for 7th grade. The tax rate is 6%. So how would we add 6% sales tax onto that? Because what I'd like to know is, first of all, how much is the tax? And then what is the grand total?
So in order to change this into a decimal, you have to move the percent over twice, so it'd be right here. So it'd be 0.06.
All right, so that's how we write it as a decimal.
Yes.
How do we figure out what the exact amount, what is the amount of tax that we're gonna have to pay?
You're gonna have to multiply $76 and $90 to 600ths.
Let's go.
And you don't have to add the 0 because, and then it's a placeholder.
I'll let you go ahead and do it the way you want to do it. What I'd like you to do, though, is as you're multiplying this, tell me what you're getting, because on this one, you did everything nice, but there are some students that are trying to figure out, all right, well, he got a 0, he put a 0, why did a 1 go up there? Mm-hmm. So kind of explain that a little bit as you go through it.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and add a 0 for the sake.
All right.
Then you have to put 0.06. You multiply that. 6 times 0 is 0, 9 times 6 is 54, and you have to put a 5 up here because this can only hold 1, so
Right.
and then you have to add that when you multiply this. 6 times 6 is 36, then you have to add 5, so that would be 41. You have to put a 4 for the same reason. 7 times 6 is 42, add 4, you get 47.
Well, 7 times 6 is 42, plus 4,
46.
46.
And then you have to put a 0, and then 0 times 0, 0, 9 times 0 is 0, because 0 times anything is 0.
Right.
So there's that. Now you have to add all of them together, so it'd be 0, 4 plus 0 is 4, and 1 plus 0 is 1, 6 plus 0 is 6, 4 plus 0 is 4, and then 0.
Okay.
And that is
So
your
now
answer.
you've got a pretty big number there.
But you have to, but there's 4 numbers in the placeholder because there's 4 numbers behind the decimal. So you have to put a decimal right here, move it over 4 times, and then you get 4 and 4.614.
Okay, so let's go ahead and write that down here a little differently, a little separately. So you have 4.614. But we're dealing with money. We want to do tax. So I can't say, give me $4.614, right? So
Yeah.
what is that if we're going to round it so that we can use it for money?
You have to round the 4 up to the 1, and anything 4 and below to round it, it makes this 0, so it'd be 4.61.
Good. So it's $4.61 for the
Correct.
tax.
Yes.
So 6% tax is equal to $4.61. Now I need to know a grand total that you need to pay for all of your items.
Now we go back to the grand total of adding all this up, which was $76.90, and you have to add that to the tax, which is $4.61 to
If
get
you
your
would be
answer.
so kind as to go ahead and do that.
So 1 plus 0 is 0, 9 plus 6 is 15. You have to put a 1 right here. Then you have to carry down the 0 because since it was 15, you need to put it right there because that's how you do it. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 7, since there's nothing here, it's 7 plus 1 because there's that number that came from 15, which equals 8. So your grand total is $81.51.
Nicely done with the dollar sign, appropriate use of the decimal point. Wonderful explanation on all of that. 7th grader, Xavier, nicely done.